How to spin an art bat into handspun yarn. Today I have this bat that I made myself with sari silk, a wool base that I naturally dyed myself, and then a bunch of threads from weaving selvage, which is like the leftover parts of a weaving project. A lot more people have been getting into spinning bats versus comb top, which I think is super awesome because I actually think it's easier to learn to spin on a woolen style preparation like a bat. But since a lot of people aren't used to spinning bats, I get a lot of questions about how to spin them, how exactly you're supposed to start. Essentially, one of the best ways I think is to just rip off a piece that looks appealing, draft it out a little bit, and let the bat do the work, right? A lot of art bats especially are going to be beautiful no matter how you spin them. I personally find that no matter how long I spin, getting my tension right when it comes to the take up on my wheel is always the trickiest part of getting any project started. But once the fiber starts getting loaded onto the bobbin, like you see here, it's pretty smooth sailing. I love bats like this because I can get a really dynamic and beautiful yarn without really thinking or doing too much planning ahead of time. Now, personally, I don't care for one ply yarn, so I'm going to turn this into a plying ball, which if you've ever made like a ball of yarn before, essentially we're just going to do that, but we need to make sure to keep track of both of the ends of our yarn because that's how we're actually going to ply these two plies together. Once you have your plying ball made, you are going to ply the two ends together. Remember, we need to ply them in the opposite direction that we spun them in. And then once you've butterfly tied your yarn, you are going to need to wash it. When it comes to hand spun yarn, this is really a non-negotiable for a multitude of reasons, but the most basic one is you have touched every single inch of this yarn. Wash your yarn, y'all. It's also just going to make it look nicer and more even. And then here is our finished hand spun yarn. This started as a bat, and now we have yarn that we can actually use for, I don't know, whatever else you want to do. Knitting, weaving, crocheting, whatever. Drop some name suggestions in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.